Before I sell off all my symbiote figures, here are all the Cletus Kasidy Carnage that I have so far. I think I have it all except for one of the Toy Biz version. And which one of it is the best Cletus Kasidy Marvel Legends figure? First, let's take a look at the Toy Biz version. This one is from the Fearsome Foes box set, and this one is from the Spider-Man series. It is actually released by Hasbro when it just took over the Marvel Legends line, and they reused the same exact body mold as the one from the Fearsome Foes, with a slight repaint to match the Ultimate Universe Carnage, having the black color at the arms and the legs, just like this Marvel Select figure. In terms of the appearance of the Ultimate Universe Carnage, it's not even comic accurate, having the head kind of similar to the normal 616 version. You can see this one is more comic accurate, the one from Marvel Select. And one more Toy Biz version that I'm missing is the one from the Spider-Man Classics. This one has a slightly different head sculpt, especially the eyes. You can see it is sculpted differently, and also it has more black wash and black paintwork on it, making it look kind of a bit darker than the Fearsome Foes version. These Carnage figures have ball hip joints and also shoulder ball, which does allow very good range of articulation, but I think it doesn't really look that great, right? Having a ball-shaped shoulder over here. And the hands has these 3 fingers which are able to move together. This index finger moving individually, and the thumb as well. The Spider-Man Classics version comes with this spider trap gimmick. Fearsome Foes version comes with a base, and this version comes with the Carnage webbing. We didn't have any Carnage figures during the Return of Marvel Legends era. It is only later in the first wave of the Infinite series that we have this from the Ultimate Green Goblin BAF wave. The figure doesn't come with any accessories except for these tendrils at the back. And then later on, we have a re-release of the same figure in the Monster Venom BAF wave. This time round with additional weaponized hands, and the unmasked head is really awesome. Look at that. Really right out of the comics. He even has the sinister looking grin on his face. For the weaponized hand, it's really quite awesome. Symbiotic sculpt over here, and the blade is really quite big, just that there isn't any color on it at all, but it still looks awesome and doesn't look too awkward that there isn't any color on it. And for the other hand, it's slightly longer clawed hands. In terms of paintwork, these two are almost exactly the same. The black paintwork is actually kind of slightly thicker on this newer figure compared to this one. And when you have both of them in hand, the red on the Monster Venom Wave version is kind of slightly more glossy compared to the Ultimate Green Goblin Wave version. Recently, we have this version from the VHS box set. This Carnage figure is on the Sunfire body mold, so it does have the shoulder butterfly joint, unlike the previous one which is on the Bucky Cap body. And although the body mold is different, the hands and the head sculpt are exactly the same. Even the tendrils that attach to the back are the same. Here they are side by side, exactly the same blade, but this time around there's some paintwork on this VHS version. You can attach this blade on this figure, but the shade of red is obviously different, and the way they paint the black lines on this Carnage is different from this one. This one is kind of like more straight compared to the more curls on this figure, so I don't think it would match at all. There you go, obvious difference in the shade of red, and the black lines on the blade doesn't match the black lines on the body itself. And one last thing, for the unmasked head sculpt, the paintwork is slightly different. The newer one has the lips painted. I guess it does make a difference. The previous one doesn't have the lips painted. Other than that, I think the older one pretty much holds up. And the last two Cletus Kasidy Marvel Legends Carnage are these two figures. This one is from the Venom Pool BAF wave, and here's the most recent Carnage from the Retro series. The one from the Venom Pool BAF wave only comes with the tendrils that can be attached to the back and also the alternate head. This newer one has the same tendrils but with 2 additional weaponized hands, which looks really awesome. The head sculpt of the new Retro Wave Carnage is also completely different from this one. This one follows closely to the previous versions. One thing about this new version is that all these veins are actually sculpted and painted black, and it's really throughout the whole body and also on the head. It's really awesome, and this one really follows closely to his modern appearance. So it's really kind of a mismatch to see this Mark Bagley version of Carnage, and then we have the modern version in the packaging. So for me, my definitive Marvel Legends Carnage figure would be this one from the Monster Venom BAF wave. The reason being, it has the blade hands, the unmasked head, and also I find that it is the most closest to the Mark Bagley version because that is the one that I like the most in terms of its appearance. I know the black paintwork could have been a bit thicker and more at the torso area, just like in the comics, but overall for the black paintwork, I prefer this version over the VHS version. But then again, this is my choice. Which Carnage figure is your definitive Marvel Legends Carnage figure? Do share in the comments. And of course, we do have this oversized Marvel Select Carnage. Great figure, but just too big for my liking. Thanks for watching. Do check out my other videos at my channel.